Good day, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning into today's voting video on YouTube. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Hawk Tuah, or should I just say Hawk Tuah? Well, obviously, it's a bit of a meme story, but I just want to let you know that here's a warning here. I'm actually covering a meme that dates back to around June of 2024 on a street interview that unfortunately has got some connections to oral sex or on a penis, which unfortunately, as it says on the wiki page, I need to throw out that warning here, especially fellatio, which I don't want to really relate to. Okay, here it is, there's the Wikipedia page, and if I zoom in, there's a lot of that information, which I don't want to let you guys see, because hey, or ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because hey, that's something we just don't want to know about. But let me talk about this person here. This is Hayley Welch. Of course, this is a photo taken in November of 2024. And obviously, this person was very responsible for creating memes that are straightforward, obscure, and viral on the internet. It seems like that memes are getting out of hand, but if I go ahead and take a look at Hayley Welch, who is a voice actress or internet personality, who was very popular in 2024 because she uses the catchphrase of Hawk Tuah, which unfortunately has been used for the wrong reasons. Well, the best part about Hawk Tuah is that you can also create a podcast called Talk Tuah. But one thing about Hawk Tuah is that you can actually use that catchphrase as referring if you want to name a pet bird. I have seen a person, there's a video that's literally, it's going into Wednesday already, 2 seconds already, god damn it. Honestly, whenever I think of Hawk Tuah, obviously, it's a very strange meme that apparently she's actually very responsible for selling memes on the internet, and especially online, because I remember seeing her selling like caps and merchandise which literally just say the word Hawk Tuah. Obviously, it sounds like sneezing. It sounds like a sexy sort of sneeze, which I don't want to just straightforward jump into. But anyways, but there's been lots and lots of news reports caught up with Hawk Tuah, which unfortunately has been going out of hand. Now, the moral of the story is, if you're looking something that is straightforward, inappropriate, my suggestion is, if you look at a meme that is just too obscure, just like Skibbity Toilet, my big advice is click away. Because we Gen Z people are very responsible for clicking onto certain memes that we really don't think that's that necessary to do so. I think that's the problem. With Gen Z people, we are just straightforward, becoming very toxic in the way we just throw in slang these days. And recently on the internet, we've just actually heard about, Hawk Tuah. Well, let's just say there's some sort of major cryptocurrency scandal. Obviously, there's been some very sad moments, obviously, with the crypto scan controversy that has been out in the news recently. And apparently, it's already been found in South Park, which is like a little sitcom, which has already been seen so far. It's interesting that, okay, that's very interesting. Here's what the South Park fans keep calling the Hawk Tuah girl Butters. Honestly, I'm not really the sort of person who really gets into memes like this. That being said, I do love memes, but the problem is that when you're looking at memes on the internet, my best suggestion is click away, and don't even use them on workplaces, obviously. And if you know what I'm on about, let's look at school. I think it really just goes to show you on how we Gen Zs are now becoming responsible of just how toxic we have become. Unfortunately, I think the real problem is that it's literally our fault for spreading such toxic slang to, that's a problem with Gen Z. We've already been talking about Skibbity Toilet, that's been very responsible for bringing out many Gen Alphas. That's the thing. We've been talking about the way we've been straightforward throwing in words Like, of course, it's the GOAT, okay? If you don't know what the GOAT means, it means the greatest of all time. And honestly, that's like one slang I could literally use that's very, very good. I think that the problem with words that are already being used, of course, is back then, anything that was sexual or anything that related into swearing wasn't really a big thing in other previous generations. But then, we've already had a look at, like, you know, of course, I can think of brain rot. Obviously, that's I think the way I can really relate to Hawk Tuah and Skibbity Toilet is basically to do with, like, the online cultures of our generation, and also the alpha generation, which often includes Skibbity Toilet, phantom taxing, the word gut, which unfortunately refers to buttocks. Phantom tax is basically like stealing food. Sigma, and then Delululu, all these other all these Gen Alpha and Gen Z slangs, they are just getting absolutely toxic. And unfortunately, all of this shite posting really needs to stop. Okay, so, and I mean, I'm sorry if I have to really talk about this. I know it's a bit edgy in a sense, but I'm in no way of just straightforward, like, I'm not afraid to put up, like, memes and things, and just let you know, I've actually been straightforward way too open too much in the way I've been looking. I think because I've been, doom scrolling, that's the word I would love to use, because I've been looking through TikTok recently, and apparently what I've been doing so far of late was basically it was a whole bunch of shite posting, and there's just a lot of, like, doom scroll. The reason it's becoming a bit of a thing, with all of this doom scrolling that we're seeing here. You just endlessly sort of scroll one video and another, and it's just absolutely crazy. And the reason why it's so crazy is because we're just seeing so much bad influence. I think we Gen Z people are the ones to raise a hand. Obviously, we're the ones to blame. Okay, I can think of other words like the word simp, sussy baka, sus. Obviously, it's been very popular since the Among Us game has been around. Oh, man. I really sort of think, and even, what's even more worse, we can even talk about the word Karen. That's even more worse as well, to entitle, an obnoxious, angry, or white blonde woman. That's just really stupid. So I just have to go for, like, certain, Gen Z and Gen Alpha slang, which it just really doesn't seem to make any sense. And I think that's what I call trouble, really. Like, honestly, hearing memes like that on the internet is just beyond way too much. And I mean, I'm just straightforward not going to acknowledge on the fact that I'm doing it in a public sense. I'm doing this in a way that I am, just let you guys, I'm not the sort of person who gets into slang. Well, occasionally I do, but then that's the thing. Like, I'm one of the few stupid Gen Z people who doesn't actually use any of these words. Maybe. I mean, honestly, that's just who I am. Honestly, the whole thing with, like, if I go back and just say the word Hawk Tuah, honestly, man, it really sucks to really treat other generations well, Ah, man, it just gets, I think whenever I hear certain slangs from Gen Z, it just gets wilder and wilder and wilder, and the more I hear about this, man, it just goes to show on how offensive and offended we are as Gen Z people. We are straightforward the bullies of society, I'm afraid. And that's just wrong. Like, honestly, that's the thing. That really just goes to show us of just how, chronically out of control and out of hand. Like, whenever I think of the Hawk Tuah meme, that literally has gained way too much. And honestly, that's just too much, obviously that's just too much. Like, I think Haley Welch was basically doing like some sort of weird southern accent. You gotta give them that Hawk Tuah. Obviously, that's just out of hand. Okay, the popularity that has been around has been out of control. Like, obviously, to sell Hawk Tuah merchandise, it's just wrong. Okay, this is my opinion. very humble and very honest opinion. And the reason why it's wrong, it's because, well, that sort of popularity is unfortunately, I think we Gen Z people are unfortunately becoming too popular for being the wrong sort of people these days. Whether you want to say Hawk Tuah or Gyat or Skibbity or Wiz or Phantom Taxing, go right ahead. Go right ahead and just do your dirty work. And that's the thing with Gen Z people. And this is something I think that has been. I think it's going to persist on. Really, it's never going to work. Anyways, honestly, it's just been completely and utterly just too absurd. Anyways, I need to go back and rest, man. I'm just done wherever. I'm just straightforward, totally done over memes on the internet now. Anyways, I should straightforward shut my mouth, shut my eyes, and just straightforward get away and take a good night, sleep, and get over with memes because they're getting out of hand, they're getting out of control, and it's killing our positive side of the universe. Just too bad. Anyways, if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, subscribe for more for that videos in the future, and unlike that psychopathic internet memelistic type person, just straightforward ignore her, obviously, because that's very important to do so. Like, it's always best to just be yourself, okay? Don't get too influenced by another YouTuber. Any influence from that person will land you in hot water. I'm telling ya. Anyways, I shall straightforward end the video here. With that more right over on hand, to all of you guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls watching here, don't be like Hayley Welch. Don't go ahead and replicate on the fact that she's doing a cryptocurrency a little bit like Bitcoin, which already has faced criticism following release, as I've just looked on the wiki page. Thanks so much for watching. Anyways, unlike that self-centered, arrogant son of a BS girl, which I don't want to swear here because obviously I could get demonetized. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.